flowers of the night, gleaming from the moisture.
We
Hopefully
drool.
it will be.
Exactly. So, welcome to the Nautilus Studio M31 Files. And today, our guest is Tracy Wiebeck. How are you doing, brother?
I'm
Welcome.
doing good.
Thanks for joining us.
Great to
Appreciate
see
it.
you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great to be seen.
Thank you.
And great to see you too.
Yeah.
So, Tracy, very simply, can you tell us where you're from and how your life started?
Yeah. To paraphrase Steve Martin, I was born a young child.
Not a black child?
Yeah. And I was a white child all the way.
All right.
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh,
When was it? November 18, 1950.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a wrong number. That's easy to remember.
Yeah, not too far from
I know. It's yeah.
75.
All
Yeah.
right. Hey, doing great, man. 75.
Yeah.
It's badass. Yeah, we made it to 2026.
Yeah, here we are.
Been a rough one.
And we're kicking still.
But we're here. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
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 So let me ask you, how did you get started in music? What was your I don't know, your epiphany, the moment you
Epiphany. Yeah.
something
Well,
got you?
probably like a lot of people in my age, my generation, it was hearing the Beatles.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never paid attention to pop music or what was on the radio much at all till I heard the Beatles.
Really?
And then
Yeah.
it was like my antenna went up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then saw them on the Ed Sullivan Show.
And the girls.
Well, yeah, that was motivating as well.
Say no more. If you can get girls to scream at you, let's do it.
Yeah. So
I
it
want one. Yeah.
it was definitely the Beatles got me interested
Anybody
in music.
in your family musical before that, or?
My mom played piano, but I didn't know it for years.
You didn't know.
I had no clue.
Okay.
We were at my grandparents' house in Lincoln one day, and my mom happened to be there, and my grandparents had this beautiful grand piano, and no one ever played it. And then one day my mom sat down and just started playing this beautiful stuff, and I go, what?
Wow.
But yeah, she played it when she was younger, but never pursued it at
Never
all.
really pursued it.
And nobody else in the family is.
Okay.
So you didn't have a piano in your house?
No.
Yeah.
It was at the grandparents.
Yeah. Wow.
So from the Beatles, that inspired you to want to play guitar, or just music in general, or?
Guitar.
Okay.
Yeah. So like later, and it was probably like late '64. I got some money from my grandparents. I think it was for my birthday or Christmas. I can't remember. So I went to
Okay.
Woolworths and I bought an electric guitar for like $35.
Awesome.
Woolworths drugstore in
Yeah.
Minot, North Dakota. Man,
Nice.
tell
Yeah.
you.
You didn't have a Sears, huh?
No, but the very first band I was in, shortly after that, with a couple other kids that were living on the Air Force Base there in Minot, where I was at, they each had the Silvertone guitars with the amplifier built into the case.
Oh, yeah.
Remember those?
Right,
Sure.
I remember those.
Yeah.
And I didn't have an amp, so I shared one of their amplifiers. So there was like two of us plugged into one of
Into
them.
one of
Yeah.
those things.
So
Oh
I'm
my
guessing
God.
you didn't have a drummer.
We eventually did, and we named the band after him. His name was Maynard.
Oh, that's a good name
We
for
thought,
him.
that's a cool name.
Yeah.
Let's call
Okay,
it Maynard's Men. Yeah, all right.
All right.
So we did a few things, you know.
So how old were you? Just to get an idea of what era we're talking about.
How old was I then?
Yeah.
Like 14, 15 when I
Okay.
started
Yeah.
learning a little bit about the guitar. And that was the other thing. Those guys were really wanting to play guitar. One guy wanted to do lead, the other write rhythm. So I thought, okay, I'll play bass parts on my 6-string electric guitar.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's kind of what led me to being
play
a
bass.
bass player for 55 years.
Yeah.
And it's worked out pretty good, actually.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you, a bass player can get a gig. Guitar players,
I know. You guys
There's so many of
both
them.
play bass, I
Yeah.
know, and very well. And that's the truth, man. Teach your kids to play bass if you want them to have a gig and make a little money.
Yeah.
There's a much better chance.
It's
for
not
that.
the best
and it's
for.
only,
I was going to say it's not the best for around a campfire.
No.
No, although if you're in a situation like often you are in where there are so many guitar players, but if one guy shows up with an upright, suddenly it's like, and now he's the center of the action in a way. You know?
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't start out on bass because of that. I didn't know that at the time.
Right.
It's just that's just what I discovered. Oh, yeah, everybody seems to need a bass player.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. And it doesn't keep you from playing guitar, but I think it helps you understand interaction with the drummer.
Absolutely.
Which a lot of guitar players never really get that down.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And it makes you a better phraser and guitar player, I think. Too.
Rhythmically, it has such a potential to get you a better sense of really the fact that it's a band, not just you playing guitar.
Exactly.
A lot of guitar players, they're thinking about their solos and their
right.
part where they can shine and how
the chick in the front row or whatever.
Yeah.
And
their overdrive pedal.
Well, that who doesn't have one? I like saturation myself more than overdrive, but there are not as many of those.
I'm a purist. No pedals.
No pedals.
But I don't play electric guitar anyway. So.
Oh, you're not playing it at all?
I play acoustic guitar. I do solo shows and duo shows on acoustic guitar. So I did keep playing at guitar a little bit, but then when I was about 17, 18, I started focusing on bass. I got a real bass, and that helped a lot.
It does.
Yeah,
That's when you got your.
I'm sorry. That's when you got your jazz bass.
I didn't get that jazz bass. It's a 63. I didn't get it till 74 when I was coming back from an ill-fated road trip. The gig was in Chicago, and I was living in Southern California at the time. We drove all the way to get to the gig. It was backing up a folk singer, and it was a ill-fated trip. His engine blew up in Albuquerque, and I had just passed his van just before that happened. So me and the guy I was riding with.
So you kept going.
We kept going, no cell phones or nothing.
Right,
so we got to Tulsa, called his mom in Chicago, and have you heard from Albert? Yeah, he blew up his engine in Albuquerque. Oh, crap. So then anyway, the gig didn't happen because the building we were supposed to play at, the club, the roof caved in. So
it's a good thing you weren't there. Huh?
So I came back. Back to my brother was living in Netherland outside of Boulder at that time. So I stayed with him for, I don't know, 6 weeks, and I found that jazz bass in a pawn shop in Boulder.
Very cool.
And I was broke, absolutely broke. So I traded my 63 P bass for it.
Oh my gosh, you had the 63 in both of the basses.
Gosh. What was I don't know much about basses, to be honest with you, but
just how to play one.
Why were you willing to? I mean, don't they have pretty much the same sort of value in terms of quality of playing? And,
it was how comfortable the neck felt on the jazz bass.
On the jazz bass,
it was much thinner.
Yeah,
especially down by the nut.
Narrower.
Yeah. Okay. And I just picked it up. I don't think I even played it through an amp at the pawn shop.
Just the way it felt.
I just picked it up and I said, I got to have this.
Wow. Yeah. Well, and that was a fair trade for the guy.
It was. He wanted $150 for it, and that's what I paid for my P bass. So it was a fair trade.
Take me back in my time machine, please.
Oh man, really?
I want to buy. Now you add 3 zeros to that. But so going back to you, at this point you're in Colorado. Well, how did you end up in Colorado from Nebraska? What was the?
Oh man, well I was raised up in a military family.
Oh, okay.
So we moved like every 3 or 4 years. We were Nebraska, England, Texas, Nebraska again, Alaska,
wow,
North Dakota, and then Florida. And that's where I was at. I was in Florida at high school when I graduated high school. My parents went overseas to Turkey, and I was 17. I convinced them to let me stay. I'd met some GIs I was playing music with, and I'm jumping ahead here. Maybe I'm not, or maybe I'm going too far back. Anyway,
you need to stay right on the timeline.
Okay, the timeline.
Don't skip.
So anyway, about that time, I was. That's when I, had a real bass, and I was really beginning to get into bass. And so I started playing with these guys in the Air Force. They were about 3 or 4 years older than me.
Okay.
And then eventually, one of their friends got out of the Air Force, went to Panama City, Florida, came back to Homestead. That's where we were at down south of Miami. Mm-hmm. And this guy's name that he came back with was James Harmon, who was eventually a very well-known blues harmonica player, singer, and songwriter in later years. So anyway, we became friends with them, and then eventually we all started playing together. And in January 1970, we all loaded up in 2 cars and drove out to Los Angeles.
Wow.
To make it big,
No
baby.
way, yeah. That's the commitment when you say we're going to Hollywood. And
Yeah. And boy, those were heady times. They were just quite a trip. But during that time, I got really immersed in blues. That
oh, really?
To me, I had narrow tunnel vision. Well, if it wasn't blues, it ain't real music.
Interesting. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And over the years, I definitely started appreciating a lot different kinds of music. But
Sure.
at that point, it was all about blues.
Yeah.
And like I say, James Harmon went on to become world famous in the blues circles.
Wow. I haven't heard of him.
You should
You
check
need
him
to get out
out.
more often. Just to
Yeah,
play.
I know.
haven't either. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you
No,
might not if you're not
Yeah.
into the blues.
Yeah,
like
well, no,
was.
I'm into the blues, but and that name sounds familiar. But I guess did he have any other sidekicks that were renowned too, like Stevie Ray Vaughan or anything like that?
A really well-known guitarist played with him for a while, Hollywood Fats, and Fats. I saw Fats at the Troubadour in L.A.
Yeah.
when he was like 17, backing up a blues harmonica player.
Uh-huh.
He just blew our minds.
Wow.
He looked like an overweight Tiny Tim.
Oh.
He had long curly hair.
Yeah.
And God, he just played his ass off.
Oh, no
and
kidding.
he died young, probably in mid-30s or
Oh,
something.
yeah. Huh.
But James got very well known in the blues circles.
Mm-hmm.
So how many years were you in LA during the
Let's see. L.A., Orange County. You know where Orange County is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Between
Just
L.A. and
Long
San Diego
Beach.
County.
Anaheim.
So I lived in L.A. briefly, and then Orange County mostly, and then San Diego County also. But
Oh, it's all kind of like
we were out. I was there till I didn't leave 1970 till 85. My wife and I had just gotten married a year prior. We moved to Seattle, or Olympia, Washington, and then Seattle.
okay.
Stayed up there for 4 years. Then we came back to California, and then we went to North Carolina, outside of Raleigh. I know you were close to that. Yeah.
So, I
And
was
then,
close to all those places actually.
then we came back to California again. Then things were getting real expensive, so we moved to Golden Valley, Arizona, which is about 12 miles west of Kingman.
Oh.
And that's where we were when my stepson and his daughter, my stepson and his wife, my daughter-in-law, moved to Hesperus, bought some property, had an extra house, and said, you guys should come here and live with us, and we'll charge a really low rent and take care of you when you get old and feeble.
What a
Wow,
deal.
that's nice.
So so he said, well, sounds like a deal. So that's what brought us to this area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Yeah.
going.
And that was what?
That was
90s?
April of 21.
Oh, 21. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
COVID was just kind of starting to peter out at that point.
Right.
So I hadn't
Right.
played hadn't played in Arizona for like the whole year before that because of COVID.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
2020 was shut down a lot of different things. For
It
a
did.
while, yeah.
It did.
So Tracy, I've always been interested in songwriting, creative side of the music business, I guess. Can you tell us a little bit about you and your songwriting?
Yeah. Writing songs for me sometimes is like pulling teeth. It's not an easy process.
Is it something you enjoy or don't enjoy?
I really enjoy the finished product when I have something that appeals to me that I think is pretty decent. It takes me forever. I'm not very prolific at all. But I wrote my first song right after I got that first guitar when I was like 15.
That cracks
But
me
I
up.
don't remember anything about it except
don't?
I just spoke it. It was a spoken word. I had the word. There's a video, Super 8 movie of me, family
Doing that.
movie, holding this piece of paper up and reading these words I wrote. And that was the very first one. And
You didn't have you didn't play music with it? Or
not on that one.
Okay.
I
But you had music in your head when you were saying it, you think? Or?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay. Yeah.
That was just like the tip of the iceberg.
Sure,
and
sure.
Just getting started with that. I didn't really start writing songs that I would perform probably until early mid 70s maybe,
Okay.
and then few in the 80s, and then in the 90s also. I was usually playing bass in bands at that, up until early 2000s, and
Yeah, more the musician than the songwriter.
so
Sure.
I was still playing guitar. I'd play the guitar to try to figure out how to write a song for the chord changes and to figure out a melody and stuff. And then the bass kind of came. Okay, this bass part would fit that.
Yeah, sure.
Then I present it to the band, and they'd either go, "Yeah, that's a good one," or I don't know, So that's how I got into that, and I think I probably the mid '90s into the 2000s is when I really started thinking I could do it, create a nice piece of music that people would enjoy, and that kind of coincided with when I decided I wanted to play in front of people playing a guitar, which I had never done. The guitar was always a tool
was there
for me.
something that made you suddenly realize, oh, you know what? I'd like to try that.
It was the death of a close friend who
Oh,
was an outstanding drummer, and he had played in the band I was in at that time for several years, and then he got cancer and he passed away around maybe 2001. Steve King. Bless you, Steve, wherever you are. He was a great guy and a great musician. And I realized it was something I always wanted to do, was get good enough on guitar to play in front of people and feel confident.
Yeah.
And his passing made me realize that,
Life is
we
short.
ain't going to be here forever.
Yeah.
Make the best of your time. If there's something you want to do, you've been wanting to do,
Yeah.
damn it, do it.
Yeah.
So that's what inspired me to do that.
That's good.
And then I think it kind of helped me get better at writing songs also.
That would make sense. I think it's part of the whole process. Everything, every
Yeah.
little piece that you add to the puzzle helps you build confidence and know-how, and all that stuff. What would you say is the percentage when you do a solo show? Let's say a duo. Do you usually do you're the one singing and guitar, and then you have somebody, or do you split with somebody else?
My duo partner, he sings and he also writes and plays guitar.
Okay.
Who are you doing that?
Richard Levitt, a friend
Richard
in
Levitt.
Durango.
Okay.
He plays with a guy named Pete Giuliani,
Yeah, I know.
who's pretty well known
Yeah.
around here.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, but the duo, it's mostly my thing, I guess, and then anything Richard wants to do, I'm open to that.
Sure. And what would, so my question is, what do you think your percentage of originals versus covers is when you do a show on average?
Maybe a quarter to a third originals, a third at the most, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense most of the time.
I mean, I play all of them.
Yeah.
I play all of them that I've written that are any good. Basically,
Right.
I don't have a ton of them, but I got a few good ones, I think.
Do you have something regular that you do? I know occasionally I'll see. I'm terrible at looking at Facebook. I apologize. I go in there, I put my thing, and I get out.
What
I
a
have other things to do.
shameful
I know.
thing. You don't
Well, you
look
get
at-
caught in this
You don't
thing,
start
right?
your day with Facebook.
No, yeah, sorry. I'm not technology
Yeah.
savvy like
Yeah.
you, Mr. Bill.
Yeah, right. That's right. I live on Facebook. Not.
You need to get a computer first. But you have a phone. That's true. The I see that you play. It seems to me almost regularly at a place in Durango. I think it's called the Office or something, some kind of office thing.
No, I don't do that gig. I would like to do
Okay.
that gig. Yeah, that's at the
Straight.
the Strater Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple of rooms in there.
Yeah.
But
maybe
do you
I'll-
have something like that maybe in Durango where regularly you get to play a place?
each season since I've been here, except for when I was out of commission
Right.
with the Vertigo stuff, regularly at the 11th Street Station.
Nice little place.
The last couple years, been doing summer gigs at Sirius Texas Barbecue in Durango. That's usually a duo gig with Richard.
The one by the river or the one up north?
Yeah, on the south end of town. Yeah, what a
You know,
beautiful
yeah.
setting.
It is,
I love playing that
Yeah,
place.
it's so pretty. You're right over the Animas River there. It's very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So a little bit outdoors then, or is it an
Yes,
indoor?
yes,
Okay.
it's outdoors. And there's some other places in Durango, and also out west. I've been playing a couple times a year at Wild Edge Brewing
Cool
Collective
place,
in
yeah.
Cortez. Starting to do a few things at the Zoo Gallery, and also playing at Mancus Brewing,
Okay. Right.
which is a great place. I love that place.
Yeah.
Well, I had also been starting up a trio where I was playing bass. On my duo stuff, I'm playing guitar, but started a trio with Richard Levitt and a great drummer named Mark Rosenberg
Yeah.
from
I know.
Durango.
Yeah.
And we just kind of got it off the ground, got it rolling last year, and we're going to try to get a lot more gigs this year.
Cool. Awesome.
And that's kind of, Richard writes and I write.
Do you guys have a band name for
Yes, the original Vipers.
the original Vipers?
Not the old.
Not
Done
the
it
fake
before.
Vipers.
Not the
Not the
copycat
fake-
Vipers,
Copy-
not the fake Vipers, the
Yeah.
original Vipers.
Wow. I was in my first band was the Cobras, so we would have had
Ooh, man.
the Cobras.
You could have done it like a night of all the snakes in the air.
Battle of the bands. Did
Play-
you play
yeah.
car shows? I used to play car shows in San Diego.
I never did. I played at a Volkswagen dealership once.
Grand opening?
No, just I don't know what the event was.
A regular opening.
Irregular.
Just
Nothing grand.
we're open for business. Would you?